Wind Surge Baseball is next. And good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Wind Surge Baseball is. Oh, dear, Bob. Yeah, turn that down, will you? Yes, Wind Surge Baseball coming up next. And yes, we do welcome everybody. Thank you, Bob. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that. We welcome you into the broadcast tonight, the first game of our 6-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Wichita Wind Surge. Well, tonight we got to say hello to everybody, and yes, we do have our fans coming in. Candace Fitzgerald is coming in. Hello there. How you doing? Hope you're having a pretty good night tonight. And yep, so far tonight, everybody in the Texas League South and North are facing off each other. And so far, pretty good. Well, this morning, the Frisco Rough Riders took on their first game against the Springfield Cardinals there at Statesman's Park. And got to say, it was a pretty good ball game. Well, Springfield win it by a run. It was the final score 7-6. And so far, Rough Riders get beat today in game one. Well, Corpus Christi up 4-0 against their opponent, the Arkansas Travelers. And so far, a good ball game out there at Bayfront Park. So pretty good on that one. So yes, we'll go ahead and get things rocking and rolling here on this Tuesday night. New week of baseball, and so far pretty good getting into this one. Well, Springfield winning their 23rd against the Frisco Rough Riders. Now they'll coast into the third place position. That will take on Northwest Arkansas down to the fourth place position. Wichita being down 21-27. San Antonio being in first place. Amarillo in second. Third is Frisco. And Midland is 24-25 in fourth place. Corpus Christi down in last place, as we all know, at 22-29. Well, anyway, we'll have 8 ball clubs tonight. San Antonio and Wichita. Arkansas at Corpus Christi. Midland at Northwest Arkansas. And for the 8 ball clubs that get going here this evening. Well, anyway, I'm joined in the booth by my friend and partner, Bob. How you doing, Bob? Doing good, John. How are you doing? Boy, yes, doing really good. Well, what a road trip that was. I mean, leaving after Sunday's game against Corpus Christi. And so far, yeah, we are back already. We are here in Wichita, Kansas, home of the Wind Surge. Yeah, I got to say, John, I bet you're pretty tired after that long road trip. And yes, we do have the bunkhouses, and so far you and me are sharing a bunkhouse, which that's pretty good. I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. Well, anyway, fans in San Antonio are getting ready to camp out on the baseball field. So far, mission staff are getting everybody ready and, yep, signed in as well. I bet it's going to be a pretty good weekend. Yeah, they're going to learn about baseball camp, and they're going to have a good time and all types of stuff. Oh, for sure. They're going to have a great week while San Antonio is out of town, and so far pretty good on that. Well, last game of this series should be on Sunday. Then Missions will head back home to take on the Frisco Rough Riders, Texas Rangers AA affiliate, on Tuesday, June 9th through the 14th. And then we are back on the road the 16th through the 21st at Corpus Christi. And then we are up in Arkansas the 23rd through the 28th. Missions will play the first of a six-game set, taking on the visiting Amarillo Sod Poodles there in San Antonio. And so far, I got to say, pretty good one as well. Well, here in Wichita, the weather is about 87 degrees. We do have a little bit of rain around the area. Thunderstorm activity is down low, but most evidently we are keeping our eyes and ears on the Weather Channel. And so far here at the beautiful ballpark of the Porch, and it's getting pretty good. But anyway, we keep our eyes on the weather here in Wichita because most evidently we are pretty much keeping our eyes on the sky. But anyway, we do have clouds just around the area. They do look a little dark, but nothing to be afraid of. They're only providing a little rain, and I got to say, a little rain never hurts. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right about that. But a thunderstorm, yeah, those storms can turn severe, and pretty much they can probably spawn tornadoes and all types of stuff. Yeah, that is for sure, Bob. But anyway, first game of the six-game series between San Antonio and Wichita. And so far, this will be the last six-game meetup of the year between these two ball clubs. And so far, going to be pretty good. Well, anyway, we're just about set for our first pitch of the ball game right here on Wichita Baseball. And so far, you can have us dialed us in at 101 or KKYX there in San Antonio because we do have a San Antonio Missions channel and stuff. So that is a pretty good one. So we'll get everything about ready to set and go here tonight with our first game and broadcasters. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, Wind Surge Baseball coming up next as top of the first inning for San Antonio gets ready to go on this Tuesday night. And so far, a pretty good night here as we get ready to rock and roll for this first game. Missions in a three-game winning streak. They took their last three against Corpus Christi last week. And so far, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we were there at our home ballpark there in San Antonio, Bob. And I got to say, it was a pretty good week against the Corpus Christi Hooks, and so far pretty good. But tonight, Corpus Christi taking on the Arkansas Travelers there at Bayfront Park. Springfield is in Frisco, there at Statesman's Park, which I do apologize. I forgot the name of the ballpark, but we all know it's called Statesman's Park. And so far, pretty good ballpark. We love it there. And so far, anywhere we are, we love it like nothing else. But most evidently, we go anywhere where we're towed. And so far, yep, tonight we're in Wichita taking on the Wind Surge. Well, anyway, don't know if there's anything else at the moment, but we'll go ahead and take it down on the field as we present tonight's game. And, yep, there we go. We are having some technical issues, so we are going to have to cut the broadcast just a tad bit, and we're going to be right back in just a little bit, so stay tuned as we get ready to go. All right. Well, did we figure everything out there, Bob? Because basically we're having just a little bit of technical difficulties here, but yep, I think we got everything set to go here in this one. Well, anyway, take you downstairs now as we present tonight's game here in beautiful Wichita. San Antonio and Wichita about set to go here tonight as we bring you into the broadcast. And so far, first pitch coming up right after. Well, a right-hander, Corey Lewis, is getting the call on the mound for Wichita as we'll get things started in this ball game. And so far, what do we know about the scouting report of this prospect here for Wichita, Bob? Well, I got to say, John, pretty good getting in. Shortstop is Ryan Jackson as we get ready to go. And here's the first pitch of the ball game, and away we go as first pitch is in for a cold strike, and it is 0-1. As I said before, them clouds, boy, they do look like they have a little moisture in them. If it has a downpour or just maybe some rain, that's okay. That one high in the air, straightaway center, and that is out number one. The visiting starting lineups for San Antonio: Jackson, Roberts, and Salas would be lead on three. Sanabria, Carpathios, Fabian middle. Verdugo, Murphy, and Castañon will round it out for San Antonio here tonight. Mission center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. Just about set to go here tonight. Wichita in their home white uniforms. San Antonio being in their road grays. Absolutely love the Missions uniform. Wish we had the royal blue with the SA logo on it. That one is going to be right there, crushed up to the center field area. First hit for San Antonio here tonight. Well, that was a pretty good, remarkable hit by the second baseman, Kai Roberts. Well, Bob, he plays in center. He's not second. Oh, oops. That's okay. I bet it's been a long day, and yes, I know the road travel all the way from San Antonio was pretty long. About 9 or 10 hours on the road will do you in, no doubt about it. No balls and 2 strikes to the catcher, Ethan Salas. Getting ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and they got him. So he goes down. And looking at the umpire cam, he went for it. I can hear a guy that says peanuts. And that is right there. The count now 0-1. Got the kids watching us here on YouTube Live there in San Antonio. Parents coming out as well. West Creek Trail Rides all the way in San Antonio. Hope you take your kids there. Because most definitely horseback riding is something that they would love to do. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. No score through the top half of 1 here in Wichita. San Antonio starter, Evan Fitterer, getting ready to go. The 4-seam curveball, changeup, and a slider. Getting ready to go for the San Antonio Missions.
The leadoff hitter tonight, center fielder, number 47.
Well, that'll bring in Madux Houghton as he comes in. Set to go, and that's going to be hit high in the air. Center fielder Roberts will get it. Making the play, and that is out number 1. With that, let's give the home team starting lineup. Houghton, Ortega, Mendez will be the lead on 3. Amick, Gonzalez, Lugo middle, Culpepper, Spain, and Olivar will round it out for Wichita here tonight. Second baseman is Jorel Ortega as he comes in. One man down here in the first inning for the wind surge, and that is going to be in for a strike. It's the count now at 0-1. Well, I'll give you some scores. Corpus Christi leading Arkansas 4-1. So far, pretty good. But straight shot to third.
Batting third, left fielder.
The third
number
baseman
44.
getting that one, and that's out number 2. Left fielder is Henry Mendez as he comes in. Wind up and the pitch, and that is going to be out of play, foul. And the count now 0-1. Got a packed house here tonight, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, absolutely right. That one hit high in the air, straight away third. And the third baseman will take it, and that will end the half inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on as we conclude the first inning. And it's on now to the second. No score through one.
Number 22.
Well, here is right fielder Brandon Carpathios. Carpathios coming in. And that is in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. That one high in the air, straight away, left field. And under it, the left fielder will make the play, and that's out number 1.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 40.
Designated hitter, Albert Fabian, coming in now. Hopefully kids will stay protected as they go through the week there in San Antonio, as
Ball, that's out.
thunderstorm activity is not out of the question for the Alamo City, but also here in Wichita as well. And that is right there. The count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And here's the pitch. Right there. And that's a great stop by the third baseman. He throws down to first in time. And there is 2 up, 2 down here in this one. Boy, he made a terrific stop right there, John. I got to tell you, he had it right there, and there he went, right out at first. The hot corner third baseman, Rosman Verdugo, coming in now. That one fouled off, and the count now 0-1 for the San Antonio hot corner man. Well, Amarillo leading Tulsa 2-0 there at Wateridge Field in downtown Amarillo. That one's high in the air, straightaway center, and that is out number 3. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. And we had 2.5, still no score.
Leading off, third baseman, number 12.
Well, that'll bring up the third baseman, Billy Amick, as he comes in. As he takes that one a strike, and it's the count now 0-1. So pretty good as getting going here tonight. The 5-on-5 Battle Royale. That one is right there in the count now at 0-1. Now 0-2. I do beg my pardon there. The 0-2 delivery. Called third strike. Got him. And he ain't in love with that one.
Number 72.
But they still are going to hold that one up to question. And that is one down. But I don't think the number 4 hitter was in favorable of that pitch. Here is Gabriel Gonzalez as he'll take an inside one. And the count now 0-1. No score there in Northwest Arkansas. The Midland Rockhounds there tonight. Two teams out of Texas is San Antonio and Midland. Taking on Wichita. The Missions take on the Wind Surge. Midland taking on Northwest Arkansas. Three teams stayed behind. That is Frisco, Corpus Christi, and Amarillo, as they take on three North Division teams at the same time. Tulsa went to Amarillo. Springfield went to Frisco. Arkansas went to Corpus Christi. Well, I tell you one thing, Bob. I bet the Arkansas Travelers would be like, whoa, where's that bridge there in Corpus Christi? I got to say that a lot has changed there in Bayfront Park, but it's a pretty good ballpark, and so far San Antonio doesn't get to see that for the next 3 weeks. San Antonio down to their last 9 games against the Hooks this year. And right there, that's a swing and a miss. The count now at 0-2. But to tell you one thing, there's always going to be a next year there in San Antonio. And so far, Corpus Christi and San Antonio would play each other 24 times in 1 year. Frisco as well, they would get a 24. Now, some teams may not get that amount of ball games against San Antonio, but it is 69 road, 69 home. With no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on as we head to the third inning, and it's no score through 2. So we'll be set to go as we head for the third inning for San Antonio. It's Kai Murphy coming up to the plate. Bounce set the goal for the top half of the third inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in now. 8-9-1 due up against Coy Lewis, the starter of the Wichita Wind Surge. He's getting ready to go, and here's the pitch. That one crushed deep. It is out of here. It's gone. And Kai Murphy puts it out of reach. Now, how do you like that? Man, he was like that last week in San Antonio. Yeah, no doubt about it there, Bob. That guy can really hit. Man, I tell you one thing, John. If he continues to get good, and I could almost relate that a call up to AAA will be on the reservoir for him. Marcos Castañon coming in as he takes that one in for a cold strike. And it's the count now at 0-1. But I tell you one thing there, Bob. Pretty good for Kai Murphy as he powered that one out of the ballpark. And San Antonio now leads it against Wichita. It's 1-0. Top of the third is Castañon up to the plate now. And that one is going to be out of play, and that's the count now, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And that is outside. The count now 1-2. One and two. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Liner straight away through for a hit. As the shortstop and third baseman can't even get up to it. And it'll land in front of the left fielder for that base hit. Amarillo leading Tulsa 4-0. Top of the second inning there at All-American. Didn't even talk this afternoon. But Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Sod Poodles leading the Drillers by 4-0. Midland getting their first run against Northwest Arkansas. And San Antonio doing the same as well. Now 1-0 ball games. And here's the pitch. That is right there. Ground ball straight away. In time for second. And in third, they get them both. 3-6-4 double play. And that's what the doctor ordered. So a pretty good one getting into that one. Yeah, they got him by a footstep right there the last play and stuff. But to tell you one thing, I mean, just glad, evidently we get something going. Center fielder Kai Roberts is 1-for-1 single here tonight. And a pitch. That one is a high pop-up, straight away left center field. And that will take care of it. But Kai Murphy puts this one up the right field in the last half inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 3.5, and San Antonio leads it 1-0. About set to go as Kylene Culpepper gets ready to go. The bottom half of the third, straight ahead. Bounce at the go for the bottom of the third. Right now, the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Well, he's the number 7 hitter, Kylene Culpepper, as he comes in. As that one is bashed high in the air, straightaway center. Roberts has it in plain view. Makes a play for the outs.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Garrett Spain.
Right fielder Garrett Spain coming in now. And here's the pitch. Right, a great bunt attempt right there. Tries to run it out. And he got there. What a successful play by Garrett Spain. Not every day that a bunt like that would get something going there, John, but most evidently you just don't get on, the ball will just literally beat you. Here's Ricardo Olivar as he comes in. High in the air straight away. And get it back to Sanabria.
Now batting, center fielder.
But most evidently pretty good on top of that one. 2 down for the Wind Surge. Maddox Houghton, the center fielder, coming in. 0 for 1 to fly out. And that's a swing and a miss at the initial offering. And the count now at 0-1. 0-1. And that one is high fly. Out of play. The count now 0-2. No balls to 2 strikes. The pitch. Called third strike. Got him. That ends the half inning. And so far, no runs on a hit, 1 left. And we hit for the 4th inning. San Antonio leading it 1-0. The catcher, Ethan Salas, will get ready to go as we get things going. Our proud sponsors here tonight, here for San Antonio and the Wind Surge here in this one. Bounce at the goal for the top of the fourth. Right now, the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Ethan Salas coming in now as he gets ready to go for San Antonio. Is 0-1 the count as Corey Lewis throws in the first pitch in for a strike. Count now 0-1. And that one is outside. The count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. And here is the pitch. That one's going to be right there up to the shortstop. And they got him by a step. So quick out number 1.
First baseman, number 93.
And that'll bring up number 93. First baseman Romeo Sanabria. The pitch. And that one is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 4-1 Amarillo there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. They are bottom half of the second inning. Boy, Midland having a jump on the lead against Northwest Arkansas. 6-0, top of the third. Corpus Christi still holding a 3-run deficit against Arkansas. Holding a 1-0 lead against Wichita here. The porch.
Now batting, right fielder, number 22.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Braden Carpathios. He's getting ready to go here. Wind up and the pitch. And that one is foul. Whoa, look out over there. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on for San Antonio. And again sent it foul. The 0-2. High pop up straight away, third base. And that is out number 3. But still nothing doing as no runs hit or errors come to no avail of this half inning coming to a conclusion. San Antonio leading it 1-0. So about set to go as Doriel Ortega will get things ready to go for the bottom of 4 here tonight in this broadcast. Bounce at the goal for the bottom of the fourth right now. The Wind Surge Baseball Network. Joyel Ortega again set to go. 2, 3, and 4 due up against the San Antonio starter, Evan Federer. As that is going to be foul on the count now, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery, and that is going to be chopped foul. Count now, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count, and here's the pitch. Called third strike. Got him. Fifth strikeout for Evan Federer as he comes in tonight for San Antonio. And here's the left fielder, Hendry Mendez, 0 for 1 to pop out. So far, pretty good on that one. Here's the pitch. Right there, ground ball straight away up to short. Throw down to first in time, and that's another 2 outs.
Third baseman, number 12.
Billy Amick coming in now, as that will be out of play. The countdown, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, 2. Here's the pitch. And still hanging on. Swing and a miss. Got him. Blew it right by him for the strikeout. And the 4th inning comes to a close. No runs, hits, or errors for Wichita. As we head to the 5th, San Antonio leads it. It's 1-0. Albert Fabian gets things going. 5th inning of baseball here for the Missions as we come back here in this one. Now set to go for the top of the fifth inning right now on the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Albert Fabian, the 6-0 batter coming in. Get things going as he hits that one out of play foul. And the count now at 0-1. Beautiful hue of those clouds. It's blue and orange, which that's pretty nice. See a lot of that in San Antonio when we're up at our ballpark, Nelson Wolf Stadium, playing a pretty good baseball game as we did last week against Corpus Christi. And that is right there, now to play, and out number 1. Like Corpus Christi leading 1 run against Arkansas. The Travelers doing pretty good there at Bayfront Park. I do got to say, they're getting things going. That is right there and in the count now, 0-1. Boy, some San Antonio fans starting to see some huge, ominous wall clouds. They'll look like thunderstorm activity could be very high tonight for the Missions area. Well, that is for sure there, Bob. Ty Murphy coming in now as Rosman Verdugo is out number 2. Corey Lewis has 65 percentage out of his pitches that he's thrown here tonight. So far, so good. Murphy coming back, and boy, he was the solo shot. And he's going to hit that one straight away, and it nearly hit the ground. And so far, that will be it for the side retired. So, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on for San Antonio. We head now to the bottom of the 5th, and it's 1-0 San Antonio. Now, about set to go as we get things ready to go, as we get things set here in this one. Well, we head to the bottom of the fifth right now. The Wind Surge Baseball Network. Gabriel Gonzalez getting ready to go. 5-6-7 due up against Evan Federer. Will take an inside strike. And the count now at 0-1. Starting to see a pretty good, sizable image of a wall cloud as a fan. As a fan there in San Antonio just sent me that. So far, pretty good. It was right there in the count now, 0-2. Pretty good, sizable wall cloud. That's really pretty. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch, and that's right there. Liner straight away, center field base hit. And Wichita, first hit of the ball game, gets going in.
First baseman, number 18.
Yeah, that'll bring up Andy Lugo as he comes in. That one fouled in the way. The count now at 0-1. 0 for 1 strikeout here tonight for Wichita. Here's pitch. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And blew it right by him for the outs. And that'll bring in Colleen Culpepper as he comes in. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We've been seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings here tonight, but Wichita getting their first hit of the ball game, now trying to get into the runs. Culpepper now, the shortstop, is 0 for 1 to the fly out there tonight, John. Yep, for sure, Bob. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be right there. Liner straight away through for a hit. And they'll get it back right there to Rosemond Verdugo as he intercepts that one. And that'll bring in Garrett Spain as he comes in. First and second, 1 man down. Bottom of the fifth as the tying run for Wichita now in scoring position. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 1 for 1 tonight by Spain as he had a single the last time around. So far, pretty good one here in this one. That one is foul. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. That one's high fly in the air. And the left fielder, Kai Murphy, gets it. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, number 1.
Well, the catcher, Ricardo Olivar, is 0 for 1 to fly out. Ready to go. Here's the pitch. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. The pitch. And that one is out of play. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the fifth for Wichita. High in the air, straight away. Center field. Roberts in pursuit, makes the play, and that ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left as we head to the 6th inning. San Antonio holds it 1-0. Well, as we're through the halfway point here tonight in Wichita. Boy, a pretty good night for San Antonio as they hold a 1-0 lead against the Wind Surge. So far now, it's a tied ball game there in Corpus Christi against Arkansas. 4-4 the tie in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Midland holding a 6-0 lead against Northwest Arkansas. Amarillo holding a 4-1 lead against the Tulsa Drillers. Top half of the 6th inning for San Antonio. And the next batter up is coming into the plate. That is the 9-hole batter, Marcos Castañon. Castañon getting ready to go here tonight as he'll take an inside strike. It's the count now at 0-1. I want to tell you one thing. Just clouds just hanging around. But yeah, in San Antonio, it looks pretty big, towering high clouds just getting in there. Towers shoot up about 40 to 50,000 feet in the air. Look like an atomic bomb just going off. And so far, the sun shining on those towering cumulus. Shortstop Ryan Jackson 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. So far, a pretty good ball game there in Corpus Christi. And that one is going to be outside. The count now 1 ball and no strikes. Here's a 1-0 delivery, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. And the count now at 1-1. Boy Lewis, 2 balls, 3 strikes. In total of 5 here in this half inning. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is outside. And the count now at 2-1. Boy, Francisco Acuna watching the game from the dugout. Glad to see he's doing good, but still on the crutches.
Now batting, center fielder.
Evidently, as that second game there in Tulsa at one time. Kind of sad that he twisted his ankle, but now being out for 2 to 3 months due to the ankle injury. Evidently, Major League Baseball is paying him, so that's good. He gets a good commission out of that. Yeah, for sure. If they wasn't paying him and stuff, then pretty much that would have been pretty bad. Yeah, for sure. Well play made as the side is retired, so no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on for San Antonio. We have Houghton, Ortega, and Mendez will get things going for the Wind Surge. We come back from our commercial messages. Well, we're about set to go for the bottom of the sixth right now. The Wind Surge Baseball Network. Maddox Houghton coming in now as he will take an inside strike. We get things going here in the bottom of the sixth here in Wichita, Kansas. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be high fly in the air to the right fielder as it lands in front of him, in front of Braden Carpathios. I'm going to tell you what, so far, the hits in this half of the lineups is getting pretty interesting. Joriel Ortega coming in now as he hits that one out of play foul, and the count now at 0-1. 0 for 2 strikeout and a line out for the second baseman. Well, to tell you one thing, that those towering cumulus clouds there in San Antonio, yeah, fans are really starting to send me some pictures from San Antonio and stuff. It's going to be right there. In time, they got him. Trying to steal, and they caught him. And now they take him off to jail right after that. You're funny. Well, hey, when you get caught stealing, what do you think they're going to do? They'll put the handcuffs on you. You're funny, John. I don't know how funny you could be, but you're funny. Well, out number 1 as the runner gets picked off. And that's going to go high in the air straight away. Center field Roberts will run it down. And that will be out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, number 44.
Boy, that'll bring in Hendry Mendez, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2, a pop out and a ground out. Boy, starting to see some fans starting to take some pictures with the Lightning. I mean, even though we are into a early evening, and that is right there in the count now at 0-1. Ooh, we got some good, pretty anvil-shaped clouds coming in from San Antonio. Anvils are pretty nasty. You know, they carry the big, mean hailstones and up to grapefruit size or even baseball size. But those two type of hailstones can do a lot of damage. You know, they wreak havoc, and that's why insurance policies go up every year because of hail. Here's a 1-2, and that's going to be right there. Straight away in time, and that's another 1-2-3. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody, well, actually, one hit for Wichita. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left on. As we head now to the 7th inning, it's now 1-0 San Antonio. Ethan Salas coming in as we get things going here in the top of the 7th for the Missions. And that is going to be outside for a ball, but they are going to contest that play. And, well, I'll be darned. They overturn it. So now David Crouch Jr., the home plate umpire, is saying, I made the biggest mistake of my life, just calling that right there. High in the air, straight away up to right field, and that is out number 1. Just good thing we're not getting any thunderstorms here in Wichita. I would say it would be pretty bad. As the last week was Springfield. Well, Springfield and Wichita, the two of these North Division teams, boy, a lot getting rained out. They've only played at least 3 of those 6 games last week against Springfield. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Romeo Sanabria. I'll tell you one thing, just a split half series out of that 6-game set can make all the difference. And right there, that is out number 2. And boy, number 31 just does really good for the Wind Surge. Here is the right fielder, Braden Carpathios. And he hits that one high fly. into left field, and that's the inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody aboard for San Antonio as Mission towed a 1-0 lead. Get up a stretch, taking me out to the ball game. Well, get up a stretch as we continue that. Billy Amick coming in as we get ready to go. San Antonio in front, 1-0. Well, about set to go for the bottom of the 7th for Wichita, right here in the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Well, Billy Amick set to go here. Evan Fitterer getting going. 52 pitches for San Antonio as the starter. We'll take that one in for the strike, and it's the count now at 0-1. Series continues tomorrow evening. Our first pitch at 7:05 for Wednesday night baseball. It's going to say afternoon, but we do not have a afternoon matinee, but most evidently. Be pretty nice if we did most times, but I'm going to say tomorrow afternoon our start times. Getting ready to go as
off the plate, ball 1.
That one's going to be off the plate for a ball. The count now at 1-2. 6:35 tomorrow, but going for 7 o'clock, our first pitch for ball game here in Wichita. Here's a 1-2, and that one foul. Game 2 of this 6-game series against the San Antonio Missions. 1-2, here's the pitch. And that one is out of play, foul. And still hanging on. Next Tuesday, San Antonio will be home, and so will we. We take on the Frisco Rough Riders there in the Missions. That one out of play, foul, and the count now at 1-2. We'll have 7 o'clock Tuesday through Saturday. 1-2. And that one's going to be high fly in the air, straight away. Left field, Murphy will range after it, makes the play, and that will be out number 1.
Number 72.
Gabriel Gonzalez getting ready to go. Sunday afternoon start, 1:05. Midland and Northwest Arkansas starting their pitch right there. That's high in the air, right there, and that's gone. And a home run by Gabriel Gonzalez as that will power that one out of reach. And they tie it up. Man, pretty good right there, John. I've got to say, that was a good, hard-hit fastball, and now it's a tie ball game. They don't keep Wichita off the scoreboard for that long here in this one. 59 pitches for Evan Fitterer as here comes the manager. And so far, that's going to do for him on the mound for San Antonio tonight. Manager coming out as here he goes to the mound as he'll relieve his starter out of this game. And so far, that's going to do for Evan Fitterer.
Now pitching, Dyson Acosta.
The right-hander is Dyson Acosta as he'll get the call up on the mound. Acosta now pitching for San Antonio. I say so far a pretty good one here tonight, but tie ball game in the bottom of the seventh as we get going. And the pitch is in for a cold strike as Andy Lugo will meet face-to-face with Dyson Acosta. First reliever for the Missions here tonight. And that one's going to be lofted high in the air. Carcade. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Kalen Culpepper.
Well, that'll bring in Colin Culpepper, the shortstop. Getting ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. The sinker downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-1 tie here between San Antonio and Wichita. And that's going to be a ground ball straight to Verdugo. Flip it to Sanabria in time. And that is out number 3. But Gabriel Gonzalez puts that one out of reach. Will tie it up. And now it's 1-1 as we head to the 8th inning on this Tuesday evening.
Now pitching, number 50.
Well, Wichita will get Jarrett Wharf coming in now. 4-seam curveball, changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. Getting ready to go for Wichita.
Leading things off, the designated hitter.
Well, the San Antonio designated hitter, Albert Fabian, getting ready to go. You say so far, pretty good. Boy, what? Keep them shots coming in as we continue this game. And fans from San Antonio just really sending in some wall cloud pitchers. Do have some pretty good lightning in them as well, and those storms way out there could pack a hail producer too. Yeah, I gotta say, John, with the high tops going 40 to 50,000 feet, that would definitely do it. Yeah, it sure would. And that's why insurance providers, well, that's what the major cause of insurance rates go through, is the hail damage. And that one right there, a swing and a miss. And that is out number 1 by the first strikeout for Jarrett Wharf. But most evidently, we keep our eyes on San Antonio and also here in Wichita, as I told y'all on Sunday. Rosemond Verdugo getting ready to go, the third baseman. I'll tell you one thing, San Antonio would get thunderstorms and Wichita would definitely get thunderstorms, but we're looking off to the Austin area, and boy, tell you one thing, they are getting hard hit right now by the thunderstorms. Out number 2 is, that will be Rosemond Verdugo getting called third strike. And they're 2 down. Here's the 8-hole batter, Kai Murphy. Hopefully he can put another baseball out of this ballpark tonight. Yeah, hopefully he can there, John. High pop up straight away. Second base, center and right fielders getting converge on it. And that is the second baseman making the play. Well, that'll do as we're 8.5 here tonight, but tie ball game at 1-1. We'll get set to go. It's Garrett Spain and Olivar and Houghton will get things ready to rock and roll here this evening. Well, just about set to go for the bottom of the eighth right now. The Windsurge Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Garrett Spain, 8-9-1, due up against the San Antonio reliever, Dyson Acosta. And set to go as that one is outside. The count now at 1-0. One ball, no strikes here. 1-1 tie here in the bottom half of the eighth. That one is right there. The count now at 1-1. Winner could take all here in this one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count, and here's the pitch. And that one's going to be right there up to left field as Ty Murphy gets after it.
Now batting, catcher, number 1.
And that'll bring in the catcher, Olivar, as he comes in. Ricardo Olivar, I should say. And take that one in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Olivar. Here's the pitch. That one is foul. Wind up and the pitch, and here it goes. Right there, ground ball. Castañon flips it to Sanabria. And that is out number 2.
Number 47.
That'll bring in Madak Sutin, the center fielder. 1 for 3 and a single here for Wichita. That one is popped high in the air, out of play as it will drift foul. No balls and 1 strike the count now. 2 outs, nobody on for the Windsurge. 1-1 ball game, and that's a swing and a miss. Boy, getting him off stride with that fastball. Boy, I tell you one thing, you just don't want to get caught chasing on those. 0-2.
That's a ball.
And the slider is outside, 1-2. 7,598 here in Windsurge Baseball Park. And right there, swing and a miss. They got him. Blew it right by him, and that is how the inning comes to an end. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head for the 9th inning, tied 1-1. San Antonio second baseman Marcos Castañon getting set to go as he swings and misses the initial offering. And it's the count now at 0-1. And that one is right there. The count now 0-2. Midland now extends their lead. It's now 9-0 against Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas leading Corpus Christi 6-5. Tulsa leads Amarillo 8-4. Well, I bet you they had 2 back-to-back grand slams to get them up in the position that they are. Well, I gotta say there, John, it's getting pretty good. But to tell you one thing, it's always getting pretty good when you see these boys get going. Here's Ryan Jackson, the shortstop, as he comes in. The count now 0 for 3. Flied out in the first inning. Boy, we went through this ball game like crazy. A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings. But evidently San Antonio got a run in. So did Wichita. So now even up at 1-1. So no balls and 2 strikes to count. There's pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. And that goes down. That's out number 2. Now here comes the Windsurge manager, as that's going to do for this guy here. So far, that will pretty much be it for him as he gets out of this ball game.
Now pitching,
Garrett Acton coming in now. So far, not a lot of what we see right there. Acton is now coming in for his debut in Double-A Wichita as he gets in the Minnesota Twins. Ty Roberts coming in as he swings and misses, and the count now 0-1. Acton now pitching for Wichita. No balls and one strike, and that one's going to be high fly. Out of play, foul, and the count now at 0-1. That one right there, straight away up to right field, through for a hit.
Now batting, catcher, number 90.
Boy, it's so far pretty good as they come in here and always get something going. And now San Antonio trying to get in this ball game. Ethan Salas coming in, and he's going to hit that one straight away and get the out by the pitcher, and that's going to do the side retired. Well, Ortega, Mendez, and Amick will get things ready to go for the bottom of the ninth inning when we return from our break. So about set to go as Joriel Ortega leads it off. Bottom set of the ninth inning set to go for Wichita. Right now, the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Joriel Ortega getting set to go here tonight for Wichita. That one is a high pop-up straight away. Sanabria getting there, makes a play, and that is out number 1.
Left fielder, number 44.
Well, that's going to bring in number 44. That is Hendry Mendez.
Nope, that's down.
Only one run can win it here tonight for Wichita, as 0 for 3 a pop out in the first inning, as Mendez can easily be a winning run, potentially being that. And that is going to be a high pop-up straight away. Left fielder Murphy ranges after it. Makes a play for out number 2.
Now batting.
Boy, in this one, it could easily be extra innings if Billy Amick doesn't come through here. And so far, so be it in this one. Well, that is for sure there, Bob.
Aye.
And right there in the count now, 0-2. You know, the previous 2 games last week against Corpus Christi, we literally had 2 games that Saturday and, well, Friday and Saturday, I would say.
Aye.
So far being double games. Being an extra innings. Here's the 0-2. Right there, straight away. And right the first to Sanabria, and that will do it. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on for Wichita as we head now to the top of the 10th inning. It's 1-1. Romeo Sanabria getting ready to go. Is 0 for 3 of today. As we welcome you into the 10th. And, they got him. And that is out number 1 as the runner got off a second and he just decided to try to pick a run off the third. Oh, geez, well, that looked rough. Braden Carpathios coming in after that
That's a ball.
base hit. Well, looked like a hit. Infield single to me, but that is one of the weirdest things I have ever seen in this game tonight.
Ball, that's outside.
First time ever. 2 balls and no strikes to count now as Carpathios in. Runner at first, 1 down here in the 10th inning. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to right field, through for a hit. Now got a runner in scoring position, replacing the runner that got pickled off out there at second just a little while ago. Boy, fans are really starting to see some lightning from that ginormous wall cloud. Boy, Austin getting hit pretty good tonight. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at the Weather Channel, they are really getting hit. And next place to get hit is College Station, Texas. Yep. Albert Fabian coming in is set to goal. And here's the pitch. That one popped foul, and the count now 0-2. There's lots of lightning with that supercell, and we'll say that storm is really starting to put on a good lightning show and stuff. That one is outside as they'll dust off the plate of Albert Fabian as 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to count, and here's the pitch. Right there, ground ball. The second for 1 in time, and they get him. And that will pretty much do for this half inning. So, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We hit bottom of the 10th.
Leading things off.
And it is 1-1.
Number 72.
Well, Gabriel Gonzalez, boy, winning run. That is Amick being out there. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Boy, San Antonio and Wichita tied at 1-1 here in the bottom of extra innings. Well, I'm thinking the fans here tonight just wanted the extra innings to come in, but so far they did. This game has been a low scorer thus far. Sanabria will pick him off, and that will put the runner 90 feet away from winning the ball game. All you have to do is get a solo shot straight away, and that would bring him in. Don't care if you get an out, you trade a run for an out, and that would definitely win it. That one is high fly, in the air, straight away. And it looks like this is going to do. And they are still keeping tabs on that runner at 90 feet. Boy, and pretty much he could have went for it. He would have won it right there. But Kylene Culpepper, the shortstop, getting ready to go. Here's the pitch. And that one is in for a strike, but they are going to argue that one. And so far, that's going to get overturned to a ball. So now 1 ball and no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes to Culpepper as he comes in. And that's going to be right there, straight away. Up to first in time, and nothing doing. And now we head to the 11th inning here in Wichita. 11th inning, 1-1 score as we get ready to go.
Now pitching.
Andrew Bash coming in as he'll get a relief start here for Wichita. Two-seam slider, curveball, changeup, and a sweeper. Getting things ready for the wind surge.
Leading off, third baseman, number 31.
The third baseman, Rosemond Verdugo, coming in, is 0 for 3, strikeout and 2 lineouts here. Albert Fabian now starting off at second base in the extra innings here in the 11th. And that is going to be right there. Now to play foul, the count now at 0-1. Boy, and did you hear that, Bob? Yeah, it kind of sounded like, I love you, Andrew. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And right there, swing and a miss. They got him.
Now batting.
Left fielder Kai Murphy, 1 for 3. A solo shot back in the third. Here in this one. Boy, 3 up, 3 down innings. And that one is a curveball out of play. Found the count now, 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be bashed deep to right field. High in the air, straight away, right onto the wall. And the runner gets up to third on the flyout. Boy, that could have been easily a home run. Well, not too deep enough there, John, but evidently got up to right field just on the warning track. Second baseman Marcos Castañon getting ready to go. And he swings after that one, comes up empty-handed. And the count now at 0-1. Well, you're starting to see some lightning from that wall cloud.
Nope.
And that one is there, and the count now at 1-1. The pitch. And that's going to be right there, up to third, in time. And no, the run in to score, and that's going to be an error on the first baseman. Man, and that's a well-defined ouch right there. When you see that guy right there, see the instant replay, he was off the bag. 100% he deserved the error. Here's the shortstop, Ryan Jackson now, as that one's going to be gloved right in time, and that ends the inning. A run on a hit. A couple of hits, 1 error for Wichita, and it's bottom of the 11th here at the ballpark. San Antonio leading it 2-1. Well, Culpepper and Spain, the next two to come out in extra innings, will come in after the breaks. Just about set to go for the bottom of the 11th right now, the Wind Surge Baseball Network. Dyson Acosta now getting going here for the extra innings. Tying run at second. Winning run now to the plate. That's Garrett Spain. That's getting ready to go for the Wind Surge here tonight. San Antonio up by a run. They could win it if they could get something going right there in time, and that is out number one. Runner at 90 feet. Now again, still look like we could get into a tie. Sacrifice fly. Ricardo Olivar, the catcher, coming in now. And that's a swing and a miss. Count now 0-1. 11th inning here tonight, here in Wichita. San Antonio leading this game by a run. It's 2-1.
Ball, that's low.
That one downstairs. The count now at 1-1. Don't forget our game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're going to have it. And that is right there. And that will be a 1-ball and 2-strike the count now. Pretty good. 2-1 our score here in this one. Boy, Drillers having a 9-6 lead against the Amarillo Sod Poodles there in downtown Amarillo. Water Ridge Field, downtown Amarillo. Riverboat Field, Midland leading Northwest Arkansas 9-0. Top of the 7th inning. Arkansas and Corpus Christi tied 7. And that is right there. The count now at 0-1. San Antonio leading 2-1 here in this game. Maddox Houghton, the center fielder, coming in. No balls and 1 strike. And that's going to be right there and in time. And that will be the Missions taking the win. And boy, they tried to get it, but most evidently San Antonio will take the 29th of the season. Wichita now 21-28 as they take a win victory here tonight. The porch and so far pretty good. Fans in San Antonio cheering for these guys. First of this series comes to a close. Boy, I do believe that still a long way to go there in Amarillo, but the Tulsa Drillers lead 12-6 there in Wateridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Midland leading Northwest Arkansas 9-0. Bottom of the 7th inning. San Antonio being the win here tonight, but evidently the 4 ball clubs, well, especially Frisco taking on Springfield, doing a morning game. Evidently a pretty good one in that one. Most evidently pretty good here tonight as we come to a close. But evidently a pretty good one as San Antonio wins their 29th of the season. But now there is 6 ball clubs that do believe will get up in there and get something going. But evidently pretty good. Rockhounds have a good lead against the Naturals here tonight. And evidently a pretty good battle going on between Midland and Northwest Arkansas. Tulsa having a pretty good sizable lead against Amarillo, 12-6 at Wateridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Arkansas and Corpus Christi tied 7 apiece. But evidently, the Sod Poodles not doing good tonight against the Drillers, but most evidently, that could change in a heartbeat if the Sod Poodles to get in there and get something going. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and conclude this one here tonight. We thank y'all for coming in and enjoying this first game, but 5 more of the year between the 2 ball clubs against San Antonio and Wichita. For all of us here, we say good night and see y'all tomorrow evening. First pitch, 7:05.